In Berlin fand eine Tagung der zum Kampf gegen den Bolschewismus angetretenen aserbaidschanischen Freiwilligen statt.
Berlin, 1943. The newsreel of the Nazi propaganda, German Weekly Review, focuses on the commander of the Azerbaijani Legion of Wehrmacht, Abdurrahman Fatalibeyli, Dudenginsky. Troops under the command of Dudenginsky actively took part in the hostilities against the anti-fascist forces. These shots feature episodes from the Azerbaijani National Congress that took place in November 1943 in Berlin and was initiated by Fatalibeyli. According to a book published in 2005 on the website of the Presidential Library of Azerbaijan, the commander of the Azerbaijani Legion had sent a telegram to Adolf Hitler personally before the Congress as follows. To the Führer of the greatest nation of Germany, Azerbaijani legionnaires and patriots consider it an honor to express their gratitude to you, the Führer of the great German state, the leader of the struggle for the freedom of people against the most terrible enemy of human civilization, Bolshevism, and for the opportunity to have this decisive struggle. Azerbaijan is fighting for the freedom and independence of their homeland, and the entire Caucasus are confident of the victory of the German arms and the establishment of a new and fair order. All Azerbaijanis hope you are confident about us fighting till the last breath and fulfilling our duties with honor in order to justify your high trust towards us. With sincere regards, Major Fatalibeyli, on behalf of Azerbaijani National Congress. Oberlieutenant Riedel of the Nazi army reads the response sent on behalf of Adolf Hitler. Dear Major, Führer entrusted me to send this letter, expressing his gratitude and congratulating you from the bottom of his heart, as a response to the congratulatory telegram sent on behalf of the Azerbaijani legionnaires and patriots. To the loyal Major Fatalibeyli Bey, regards on behalf of the Führer. Adolf Hitler has repeatedly asserted his sympathy and full confidence in Azerbaijani Legion, not hiding his distrust of other national formations. In Nazi Germany, national units of legionnaires were not too much trusted, but they had high expectations from Azerbaijanis. Adolf Hitler, the Georgians are a Caucasian tribe that has nothing to do with Turkic people. I regard only Muslims as safe. All others I consider unsafe. For the time being, I regard the building up of these pure Caucasian units as quite risky, whereas I don't see a danger in building up a unit consisting of only Muslims. Despite all explanations either from Rosenberg or from the military side, I don't trust Armenians either. I consider the Armenian units to be just as unreliable and dangerous. The only ones I consider to be reliable are the pure Muslims, which means the real Turkic people. Strange as it may seem, the modern-day Azerbaijan has also not forgotten about the Azerbaijani Legion and Dudenginsky, the loyal supporter of Nazis. His so-called exploits are not only not condemned, but also glorified at the highest level. In 2017, a documentary film From Dudenge to Munich has been funded by the Science Development Fund under the President of Azerbaijan. The documentary was also reported about by the Nakhichevan Autonomous Republic State Television. Watching the film financed at the state level, we are left with no doubt that it particularly heroizes the Azerbaijani Legion for its cooperation with Nazis. It's worth nothing that one of the former soldiers of the Legion, who also speaks during the film, clearly tries to justify the actions undertaken by Dudenginsky and the Azerbaijani military units in the Nazi army. In addition to this, it should be stressed that not all the national legions created by the fascists were distinguished by such loyalty and eagerness. A number of sources testify to the successful participation of the Azerbaijani Legion under the command of Dudenginsky in various battles. According to the same Azerbaijani documentary, in a news release on German radio in 1943, there was a note that the 1st Azerbaijani battalion, under the command of Major Dudenginsky, was given a chance to move forward on a part with the advancing German troops for their brave fight against the Bolsheviks.
In Berlin fand eine Tagung der zum Kampf gegen den Bolschewismus angetretenen aserbaidschanischen Freiwilligen statt. Ansprache eines im Kampf bereits bewährten aserbaidschanischen Offiziers.
Fatalibeyli was born in 1908 in Dudengi, village of Nakhichevan. He had nothing to do with the creation of the Azerbaijani Republic in 1918-1920. The only so-called merit of Fatalibeyli was collaborating with the Nazis and actively participating in the war against anti-fascist forces. He is glorified in Azerbaijan particularly for this reason. A memorial plot had been set in the legion's commander's native village. This fact is also mentioned in a book about the so-called exploits of Dudenginsky published on the website of the Presidential Library of Azerbaijan. Perhaps the most decisive role in the creation of the Azerbaijani National Legion and the National Committee was played by one of the founder leaders of the First Azerbaijani Republic, Mehmed Emin Rasulzadeh. A message from Fatalibeyli to Rasulzadeh congratulating him on the establishment of the Azerbaijani National Committee by Nazi Germany, headed by him, has been published in a book available on the website of the Presidential Library of Azerbaijan. Honorable Mehmed Emin Rasulzadeh, I welcome you on behalf of all our soldiers on the front as the tireless fighter for the freedom of our beloved homeland, Azerbaijan. I read about the creation of the Azerbaijani National Committee in our newspaper. It makes me happy. From now on we are going to fight for the freedom of our nation and the great Germany. Truly yours, A. Dudenginsky Fatalibeyli. It's worth nothing that Dudenginsky owed Rasulzadeh for being appointed as the head of the legion and for the so-called honor to serve the Nazi Germany. The great ideologist of the Azerbaijani national liberation movement, Mehmed Emin Rasulzadeh, valued Abdurrahman Fatalibeyli. He remembered his first meeting with him. I met an interesting, intelligent soldier. He was satisfied to hear about the ideas of the foundations of the national struggle. The Azerbaijani National Committee was not able to explain anything to the Germans about its intentions. Hitler insisted that he did not want to see any committees. Then, as a result, he ordered the creation of the communication staff in order to keep the legionnaires in touch with the army headquarters. Fatalibeyli became the head of the Azerbaijani personnel. Mehmed Emin Rasulzadeh also made a great contribution to the creation of the Azerbaijani Legion of Wehrmacht. In 2013, by the order of the President of Azerbaijan, it was decided to hold commemorative events at the state level for the 130th anniversary of Mehmed Emin Rasulzadeh. In the honor of Rasulzadeh, a memorial plot with his image and a huge monument were installed in Novkhani, Rasulzadeh's native village. Such monuments have also been created in Zakatala and Ganja. Moreover, postage stamps are being issued in his honor, and various groups of Azerbaijani intellectuals regularly call for unveiling of other monuments to him. Many traitors managed to escape a fair trial and punishment. Rasulzadeh and Dudenginsky had to be mentioned, since they were helping the smuggling of Azerbaijani foreign legionnaires to Turkey and Egypt. The number of the Azerbaijani Legion of the Wehrmacht, together with various special Azerbaijani units in the SS, was accounted to 40,000 people at most. According to some Azerbaijani sources, including a book about Dudenginsky published on the website of the Presidential Library of Azerbaijan, the number of legionnaires reached up to 70,000–75,000 people. Unlike other national units, the Azerbaijani unit under the command of Abdurrahman Fatalibeyli was actively engaged in the fighting against Soviet troops in the Caucasus, Ukraine, Belarus and Poland. 2 battalions of the Azerbaijani regiment number 111 also took part in the suppression of the Warsaw uprising in 1944. An excerpt from the Polish-Canadian publicist Alexandra Richie, Warsaw 1944, The Fateful Uprising. 2 Azerbaijani battalions, Bergman and 1 battalion from the 111th Regiment, attacked the hospital at 10 p.m. that night. SS units entered from the Warsaw Street, blocking the entrances and ordering everyone to hand over their weapons, watches and jewelry. Then the slaughter began. Maria Wanda Surin watched in horror as the SS started the massacre in the basement. I saw 3 soldiers throwing grenades. There was no way to escape. A mother with small children and a sick nun stood in a corner of the second room. The first grenades of the soldiers flew into these groups of people. The German staff officer Hans Thiem recalled, I was with Officer Weiss as well in a place covered in a thick smoke, where explosions and fires were thundering. Along with the warring detachments, the Azerbaijani's SS and police looted the reach and burned everything down. After the suppression of the uprising, there was a wave of pogroms of the local population, the victims of which were about 40,000 to 50,000 residents of Warsaw, including women, children and elderly. Up to this day, Warsaw cannot forget the horrors of that tragedy. Azerbaijan has not forgotten either, not to condemn but to rise those who committed the massacre of civilians in Poland and in many other countries to the rank of heroes, those who acted not just upon Hitler's order but showed a great personal desire to serve the Nazis, constantly proving their loyalty to the Führer and to the fascist ideology of hatred against humanity.